Hi everybody, kia ora. I'd just like to start with the fact that I'm a community leader, so anything that I say can't be criticised today. Thanks very much. The announcement today of a predator-free capital was a great day for Wellington. In 2011, Wellington was named by Lonely Planet as the coolest little capital in the world. A few days ago, in the Australian edition of the Huffington Post, published an article on how Wellington has been lauded as the little city that could and did. An article on how our capital city has been transformed into a creative and cultural enterprise. And now the city strives to do more. Wellington is striving to become a living biophilic city. A city where commerce, recreation, work and play sit side by side with our birds, lizards, geckos and invertebrates. A city where we're not looking only to reverse the decline, but to embrace biodiversity into all aspects of what we do, where we build a resilience around nature and where nature is no longer second best. Already well over 100 groups are scattered across the Wellington landscape, and new groups are forming every day. When we began Crofton Downs Predator-Free Community in late 2014, we began a new era, a new type of group, and the theme was simple: put a trap in your backyard and keep it set. We had no idea the take-up would be so large that people felt disempowered, that they felt disconnected from the decline and wanted to know what they could do to help. We thought we were just going to be reducing and killing pests. We didn't know we were building a new resilience in our communities, a new connectedness and a new way of thinking. At the same time, we don't take this thinking lightly. One of our residential community leaders recently said, and I quote, "Sometimes the job of protecting our endangered wildlife sucks. The most important thing we can do is to be as humane as possible. There is no joy in killing one species to save another. But the fault is ours and we must own it, accept it to move forward without guilt. What are we handing over to our children otherwise?" When we monitored zero for rats, mustelids and possums in Crofton Downs, it was a real surprise for me and probably the whole community. Our backyard trappers caught 39 rats in the first 40 days and one in the last 20 after 1 year. We caught around 1 rat per trapping household to achieve this. We found some infestations and we removed them. We caught 27 stoats and weasels in the first 12 months and only 3 in the next. So what has become of our community when predator numbers have become so low? Our community is moving further into the landscape. They're walking, running, biking further. They're widening their aspirations and linking with their neighbouring communities and looking at what else they can achieve. By being more responsible pet owners, planting, watching over our kaka fledglings on the ground, and building new tracks and lining them with traps. Here we are today at Wellington's Treasure Trove, Otari Native Botanic Gardens, Wilton's Bush Reserve. This is the only public botanic gardens in New Zealand dedicated solely to New Zealand native plants. The forest here was gifted and set aside by a local visionary project led by local visionary farmer John Wilton in 1906. Job saw the decline and destruction around him and set aside this land not just for himself, but for his community to share and enjoy. Up the valley to the left of me is Zealandia, another visionary project led by local legend Jim Lynch to create the world's first predator fence sanctuary to reintroduce some of our something special species. Zealandia is helping to spread some of our rarest species across the landscape: kaka, kakariki, tiki and hiki. Once again, our local forests have a beating heart. The song which once reigned across them is returning. And here we stand today, side by side with the next step in the evolution of our promise to make things better, to protect and to enhance. A predator-free Wellington will restore, enhance and protect our city's biodiversity in the face of challenges from climate change and natural disaster. Hot on the heels of the government's recent announcement for a predator-free New Zealand 2050, we are standing at the announcement of a new partnership between the Next Foundation Wellington City Council and Greater Wellington Regional Council. And I stand here, hand on heart, and tell you this is achievable. Because if we were able to do it in Crofton Downs, then so can you. By working with other organisations like ZIP or Zero Invasive Predators, who are developing new tools and techniques to assist clearing pests from our forests, Good Nature, whose self-setting traps are leading the way, not only in New Zealand, but around the world. Our universities, Department of Conservation and others, we can all make this happen. Some special thank yous from me need to go to Bill Commode and Chris Liddell from the Next Foundation, Devon McLean, who has been very supportive right through this project, Lou Sanson from the Department of Conservation and Maggie Barry, Nick Tansley from the Morgan Foundation and Transpower for their support to Crofton Downs Predator-Free community, Cecilia Wade-Brown and Chris Laidlaw, but also our mayors in waiting, whose actions and future policies mirror the announcement today and allow us in confidence to move forward. But my biggest thank you goes to the communities who have stood up, taken action and led the way in transforming a problem into a solution. In the coming months, we will have an opportunity for every Wellingtonian to take part. We will produce a place where you can register your support for a Predator-Free Wellington, a place where businesses can register their support either on their own land or to assist a species in our reserves. We ask every landowner to take part, no matter how big or how small. By working together, we can achieve a predator-free capital and by returning the city to song. Thank you for coming and showing your support today. Kia ora.